Hey Glass Gang, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm streaming on a different PC, not the typical PC, not my usual. So this will be exciting. I'm actually streaming off the ROG Ally X. And I did test the regular or the white ROG Ally. And I achieved similar results, especially with Fallout 76. There isn't much you can do with the settings on Fallout 76 to make it run better, unfortunately. It's definitely playable, but yeah, other games perform a lot better because they have stuff like DLSS, upscaling, and Fallout just doesn't have that. It's an old game. So, we're going to take a look at 3 games though. Pretty excited to see what the stream quality is actually going to be like. Let's get rid of these icons here. You'll also notice that you can see like my battery percentage and stuff like that. Can everyone hear me okay? I'll be testing well plugged in and on battery power. So first things first, let's show you the system so that you know we are in fact streaming from a ROG Ally. This is the handheld. It's the little handhelds that you can buy. Audio sounds good, perfect. So yeah, ROG Ally X, X64 based PC, Z1 Extreme AMD processor, 8 cores, 24 GB RAM. And it has up to 16 gigs of VRAM on this model. So let's go give it a try. We're going to test 3 games. I'm going to test GTA5 Online. It actually performs really well. I can run it natively at 60 FPS without any upscaling whatsoever or DLSS, which is really nice. Very surprising for that game. But only if I'm in a private world. So I did notice that if I'm in a public world, it's just, it's like half the FPS. I don't know why that is. But it's half the FPS in a public world on GTA. I think it's because it has to like process other players within the same area and what they are doing, which is probably hard on it. And we're also going to do, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with GTA. I'm going to just demonstrate it playing GTA. And then I'm going to go to Fallout 76. We're going to test Fallout 76 installed on the PC. And then we're going to test cloud streaming Fallout 76 from the Xbox servers. Because with this device, you can actually play Xbox titles, which is neat. So let's start with Grand Theft Auto, shall we? Let me just turn off the music here because it's actually distracting me. So I'm going to run it natively here. I don't have DLSS on or anything like that. And typically, how I run my games on battery power so that they perform better is I run it at 900p. And it works fine. You could still even upscale in OBS to 1080p for the final resolution output so that, whoa! How come you guys don't see the full screen? What's going on here? There we go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is we're just going to start off by unplugging the ally from the deck. It's docked right now, so we're going to unplug it. We have 99% battery, so we should be good. One thing I noticed is if I do turn on DLSS on GTA, it maxes out the screen. It'll go 120 FPS, which is pretty cool because it means that you can get really high refresh rate. You can still stream and get high refresh rate. If it's hard on the device, I mean, you can just turn on DLSS and you get a lot of frames. It's just a little bit blurry, I noticed, even on the quality DLSS setting. But it's not crazy. It's not terrible. It's definitely still fine. Now the nice thing about this, and the whole reason I bought this thing, is so that I can just lay in bed and stream if I'm not feeling good. Because it's pretty often that I don't feel good with my Crohn's disease. Keeps me landlocked sometimes. So to have this and be able to still stream when I want to, when I have like members streams, because those ones tend to get canceled a lot because of that. I don't like doing that. I'd rather still be able to stream. So yeah, we're gonna try out GTA. Now remember, I'm actually in a public world right now with multiple people on the map, so the FPS is lower because of that. Watch what happens. We're gonna play a little bit, but FPS is around 30, 40 FPS. Because there's players on the map. Watch what happens as soon as I go to invite only. Definitely playable. Like, it's obviously still fine at 40 FPS. But just to show you, we should see a difference here. We're not seeing a difference at all. Why is that? That's a bit strange. It's doing the opposite of what I was experiencing when I wasn't streaming. Well, if we go to, see here, what do we have? We have no frame scaling, no ray tracing, graphics setting is on minimum, and we're at 1080p. Oh, borderless full screen. Oh, that's why. Okay, we don't want that. That should help. I might have to restart the game, though. Yeah, it's not looking right. It'll definitely run a lot better in full screen, but... Oh, I'm not even on turbo. That helps too. But it's like I'm locked at 30 FPS now for whatever reason, and that just doesn't make any sense. It should be better on full screen, not worse. VSync is set to half. That would definitely be why. Half of 60 is 30. So immediately we're jumping up to 54, 56. So yeah, that's why. You don't want to limit your VSync at half. Vertical sync will basically tie your frames to whatever the GPU is producing. And you can limit that. So if it's producing 60, you can set it to half. It'll be 30. That's what was going on. Okay. Okay, so we're at a smooth 60 FPS. About 59, 57. That's fine. And the important thing is that we're actually native. We're not running any upscaling, so It looks nice. We're not at 900p or anything. We're at native 1080p. But the real test is going outside, flying around. So let's go do that. But yeah, I'm on battery right now and I'm streaming from this thing. And it still hits 60 FPS. I'm using 4.8 gigs of VRAM. Now I am on low settings and you can turn it up. I definitely can turn it up and get some more grass because we don't have grass. It's so funny to see games on low settings. I just preemptively started this stream on low settings to make sure that nothing would be weird or whatever. But I actually plan, or I usually play this game on medium settings on my ROG Ally, so it can definitely handle it and still sit around 60 FPS. I just wasn't sure how it was going to deal with it while streaming, so I lowered everything to the lowest settings. What's the quality look like though? It should be somewhat decent. It should look like 1080p. Because it is native 1080. I'm not upscaling or anything. And the bit rate is at 12,000. So a bit on the high end, a higher end of the bit rate scale for 1080p. And surprising that it's able to deliver that bit rate from this tiny GPU. Wow, how rude. Now the real test. Let's fly. Wait, why did I jump back out? I hope that you feel better soon. I wish I could. It's not ever going to get better, unfortunately. It is a chronic condition that I'm going to live with for the rest of my life. But I have good days and I have bad days, so that's what's important. And I got to take the bad days and try to make them good. That's what I try to do. Did I just fly over the military base? I did. Oh dear. I have a 4-star. So we're sitting closer to 50 FPS flying around, which I assumed because when you're flying, you're higher up, you have a higher render scale distance. The computer has to like process a lot more objects further away. Stuff like that. You're moving faster too. I'm really impressed though, because I'm not even at 900p. With the Ally, my white Ally, I had to be at 900p. It was just too choppy. And then I used the OBS upscaling software to upscale to 1080p. But with the Ally X, I'm actually able to just run it 1080p native. It's got so much power. And this is the Z1 Ally X. So the version 1, not version 2, not the version with the big handles. That's the Z2 Ally X. And this one you can pick up from like Best Buy or something for like, I'm going to say $500 or $600 US, secondhand or open box. That's how I got this one. I had bought a brand new white Ally X, but it was the same price as the open, or sorry, not I had bought a white Ally, non-X, brand new. And it turned out to be the same price as an open box Ally X. At first I was just going to keep the white. I really liked the look of the white, but the comfort wasn't there. I found it to be kind of uncomfortable holding. The grips are just very thin and it's a heavy device, so you need some good grip. So that was a problem. Also, they have an SD card slot problem. I could see that happening with mine, so that was a big bummer from the start. I was kind of like worried that that would happen to mine. But the big killer is the battery. The battery life is terrible on the white Ally. Like, you barely get an hour playing out of it. It's a lot better if you cloud play. But who's going to buy a $600-700 device to cloud play? No one. You can cloud play off your phone. There's no point to do that. But yeah, you can triple your battery power if you cloud play. But the ROG Ally X has double the battery life. I'm able to get a solid 2 hours of gameplay on this thing, which is nice. A lot better in my opinion. And it's about my limit. I can play for about 2 hours and then I have to get up and do something else. But I'm literally streaming on Wi-Fi. I'm not even plugged into the dock. With my Razer dock I bought, I can even have Ethernet. So it supports 1 gig Ethernet, and it also supports 100 watt power delivery. So what I did was I bought a 100 watt charger, a laptop charger that works with the Ally X. And it unlocks overclocking. You can really send a lot more power to this thing, and it gives you like 10-15 FPS more when you do that on average. It's not crazy, but if you want Ethernet, you can dock it. You can have even better streaming, but from what I can see, this is really nice. This is really good considering I'm on battery power, I'm on Wi-Fi, and it's delivering a 60 FPS stream to YouTube at 1080p. That's really cool. This means I can go to the bathroom and still slam EN06 back to back. That's neat. What I need to do is figure out mounting a camera to this thing so that I can still activate Glassy McFluffy Pants. And then what I could do is I could go like stream from somewhere. I can go in public somewhere and stream. That'd be super funny. Well, let's get into some trouble, I guess. For the final test here, I'll be shooting some stuff and blowing stuff up to see if that like makes things worse. So far, though, 50 FPS is really, really good flying around. Better than I was expecting. I was fully expecting it to drop to 30 FPS flying around while streaming. But that's so true, Alien. I should buy a hanger someday. I don't have a hanger. I can afford it though. I have $5 million on this character. But what's going on here? Why do I keep putting my rocket launcher away? Are we gonna get the cops? Yes! $44, $45 FPS. $50 FPS. Definitely a playable experience on battery. Streaming. It's crazy. It's actually blowing my mind. And I mean, yeah, look, it's very good quality. Now we're going to try something, okay? You're going to see how powerful this thing is because we're playing natively. This is GTA 5 Online, native. What we're going to do is we're going to change the settings here. We're going to give ourselves high graphics settings. Oh, wait. Before I do that, we'll do high and we'll do frame scaling. We'll do AMD FSR3 quality. We could do balanced, but quality would be better. And we're going to turn on AMD FSR3 frame generator. This uses AI to basically like predict the frame coming. And it's really good at it. It basically just like gives you 4 times more frame rate. Okay, so let's apply the changes. It's going to have to restart the game. But yeah, we're going to try GTA, Fallout on PC, and then Fallout on cloud. So you guys can see what the difference is. When I play Fallout on cloud, it's 60 FPS the entire time, and I get like 3 times the battery life. Where is my water? Hey, Finn! GG, are you on Xbox servers right now? I'm actually on... Oh, you're not talking to me. Never mind. The neat thing, too, is with my dock, I have a wireless keyboard and wireless mouse plugged in with the little dongle thingies, the USB dongle. But it'll also work with Bluetooth. Both my wireless mouse and keyboard have Bluetooth, so I can use it whenever. I don't need the dock, but I just leave the dongles plugged into the dock. This way, when I dock it, I can use it as a full PC. It also has an HDMI port, so I could run a 1080p monitor with it, and the performance would be exactly the same. Running an external monitor, as long as I don't go up in resolution, won't affect the performance. So it's really neat. Like, to say that like this thing can stream GTA Online at 50, 60 FPS natively in 2026 on battery power is a huge deal. I'm not even using any custom settings for like overclocking. That's a big deal in my opinion. This is coming a long way for gaming because especially when we look at the RAM shortage and the GPU shortage right now, memory shortage in general, it's really hard and expensive to build a PC right now. So, like, to build a gaming PC is just a nightmare. This is like your option, one of your best options right now, in my opinion, because you can get them for under $1,000 all day long. You can get the Ally X for under 1,000 Canadian. And you can play all the latest PC games. You can stream them. It's Ruby to Cherry. It really surprises me. Don't get the wrong one though. I do like the white Ally. I think it's really pretty. I think it's the best looking one. But it just doesn't have the performance and battery life. That's the big problem. Performance wouldn't be as bad if battery price was better, because it can still play Fallout 76 at like 40 FPS when it's on turbo mode and stuff. But the biggest problem with the white Ally is the battery life and the SD card slot. The SD card slot gets cooked by the heat vent. The exhaust on this thing gets super hot if you're playing, and it gets hotter on the white Ally. They actually changed, I did some research into this, they changed like when the fans ramp up on the Ally X. So they ramp up earlier so that it doesn't get as hot. Because my white Ally could reach temps like 95 Celsius and it would sit there for like 5 minutes before coming down. And it would hit that 95C and then you would hear the fans kick on. But the Ally X actually is sitting at what right now? 73. And you don't even hear the fans. They're definitely on, but they're not loud. They're not kicked up like on the white Ally. Also, the battery life is twice as long. With the white Ally, you could like literally watch the battery drain in real time. Like you would sit there and it would say 83%, and then like a minute later it would say 82%, and another minute later it would say 80%. Like it was bad. So I'm sad though because I do feel like it looks better. The Ally X is kind of like just a big rectangle, a black rectangle. It has no like identifying look to it like the white Ally did. So there's just that. But the SD card slot was moved on this, which is really important because it no longer gets cooked. And I was able to order a 512 GB SD card for this thing for 30 bucks. I don't even know how I managed to find it with the current like memory shortages. They're definitely usually a lot more money than that. They're usually like 100. But I found one for 30 bucks. It's a no-name brand one. It's coming from China. I don't know how the quality is going to be, but we'll see when it gets here. So this thing has a 1 terabyte SSD, which is another big deal. The white Ally had 500 gigs, which isn't bad. Like my laptop has 512 gigs too. But that's only going to be good for like 3 to 4 games. So with the Ally X, you can definitely still expand that memory because you don't have that problem with the SD card slot getting cooked by the vents. And then okay, so we should actually have frame scaling. We do. We have frame scaling. You can already tell it's a little bit more blurry, right? It's a tiny bit more blurry. And that's because how it achieves the higher FPS. We're at 70 FPS now. We're actually in a public world too, and we're hitting 70 FPS. Remember earlier how I was saying that we couldn't hit that like 60 FPS in a public world? I don't know why that is, but yeah, it drops to like 30 in a public world usually. Unless I turn on frame scaling and DLSS and stuff like that, then it's good. See, now we have grass. We're on high settings too. We're on high settings. We're in a public world. We have grass. And we're at 67 FPS. It's a tiny bit blurry, but it's not actually blurry for me. I'm only noticing that it's blurrier on my monitor, on my PC monitor, because I'm watching the stream on my PC to see what it looks like. And I can see that for you guys, it does look a little bit more blurry than it does for me on my device. Probably because my device has a smaller screen and it's definitely less noticeable. But as you can see, we're getting 70 FPS, which is a lot more playable and smoother. There's like almost no stutter. If you look at the frame time, that line under the FPS counter, when it's a nice smooth line like that, that means we're getting consistent frame rates and it's going to provide a smooth playable experience. So that's neat. Frame gen works really good in this game. But yeah, you do sacrifice a little bit of image quality. We have a lot more FPS, and we're on battery. And we're in public world. Let's actually go see what that looks like in a invite only. This will be the last test for GTA. And then we're going to move on to Fallout 76. We're going to go to my agency in a public world. This puts us in a closed session, no other people. We should see higher frame rates. Also, because I'm in my own instance, we should see even higher frame rates. Okay, well, it didn't really change much. We're still at 68, 69, 70. It's neat, though. I'm really happy with how it performs, how it plays GTA. I thought it was going to struggle with this game because it's a big game. It actually struggles worse with Fallout 76. I think simply because Fallout 76, it just doesn't have frame generation or DLSS. So you have no way of improving the frame time or frame rates. So anyways, let's quit Fallout, or GTA, I mean, and let's go to Fallout. I'm going to reconnect my mouse and keyboard. One of these days I'll catch you on GTA Xbox, Miss Glass. One of these days. Absolutely. I'll have to stream it sometime. My goal is to just make another channel on GTA because there's a lot that I know how to do in GTA. I could definitely start doing build guides for it. It's a fun game. It's definitely not, it wouldn't be the same type of content. It wouldn't be build guides like what you guys are used to seeing on Fallout. It would just be like helpful tips and tricks, funny clips. I think that's what I kind of want to lean into more. Just tips and tricks and like funny moments in GTA. But it'll be a different channel when I get it going. Okay, so the next game we're going to try is Fallout 76. And we're going to play it on PC. That means it's installed directly on the PC. I'm going to go to my manual power mode. This bumps up the power delivery. Weird, I don't have my mouse. Usually when I turn off, okay, let's disable the controller then. What about now? Okay, now I have my mouse. And we're going to go to Public Adventure. You can also, connect a Bluetooth Elite Series 2 controller type thing or any Bluetooth controller to this thing. Leave it docked and run a Bluetooth controller to it and literally run it like any Xbox or PC, especially if you have a dock that has an HDMI out to a monitor or a big screen TV. For whatever reason, Fallout shows, whenever I get in Fallout, it shows NA for frame rates. I don't know why that is, but also I've been having problems with Fallout on my ROG Ally where look how super choppy it is. And I don't get that. I don't understand why. Because it wasn't like that. So let's play with the settings. Maybe it's a settings issue. What the heck is going on, dude? But yeah, Fallout needs some work. It's an old game and it performs like one. What we actually need is a... Well, that's weird. I'm getting an ad, but I'm still seeing my video next to the ad. I've never seen that type of ad before. Okay, let's see here. Let's try to fix this choppiness because it wasn't like that. It was not like that. Medium settings, 1080, full screen. What the heck's going on? Why is it running like garbage? Why is it major garbage? don't know. We'll try that. There's like a really sharp stutter. We'll restart the game. Unfortunately, with Fallout, when you change like settings, graphic settings, you have to restart the game, so it is what it is. But yeah, Fallout just, it really needs an update. Like, bring it into 2020 already. You know what I mean? We've had DLSS since 2020, so I don't know why Fallout never got a DLSS update. See how choppy that is? Why? What on earth is happening to this game? It could also be because I'm streaming, but I doubt it. Let's go to 30 watt then. We'll go to 30 watt, and what I'll do is, this is super choppy. I don't like this. It's worse now on borderless window. We'll go back to full screen. I'll drop this down to 900p and see what that looks like. To be honest, you should restart any game when you change the settings, but 76 runs and looks older than its age. I agree. I think that's mainly because it is an old game. They've done with this game what they love to do with every item in the Atomic Shop, just reskin it. This is basically Fallout 4 with a skin slapped on over it and multiplayer. And hopefully they don't milk it for the next 10 years, but it's already a 10-year-old game. It's actually older than that when you factor its Fallout 4 roots. Okay, that's already a lot smoother. I think streaming at 1080p on this game is just a lot heavier on it. We're also seeing the frame rates back. The frame rates come back. So something happens. Now, strangely, I'm able to play and everything looks fine. When I'm not streaming, I can play at 1080p, medium settings, and it looks fine. And I have FPS counter and everything. But when I stream, because I've noticed this because I've tested before. Oh shoot, hang on a sec. We have to fix the thingy thing. Come on. Let me see OBS, please. Because we went down to 900p, it means that now my display needs to be readjusted. What's going on here? Oh, right. We gotta set this to 900p also. Okay. There we go. That should do it. Come on. We'll let it get caught up here. Tab to continue. Okay. It's definitely looking smoother. So that's good. And 900p isn't like a bad resolution to play at on a handheld because like I mentioned earlier, the screens are smaller. So you really can get away with lower resolutions. You can even get away with playing 720p on some titles that have really crisp detail. 76 is not one of those titles. I don't recommend going lower than 900. I tried playing at 720. It looks really bad. 900p is definitely the lowest I would recommend. I mean, yeah, even this is still choppy. It's chopping it up. I might have to lower the bitrate. I'm having a feeling that the bitrate is just too high for Fallout 76. Because look how choppy this is. This is bad. It plays a lot better than this when I'm playing, typically. But we also did just come from a game that was playing at double the FPS, so it'll make this one look even worse. Now, let's go to somewhere else, actually. Let's go inside the raids and see what that looks like. Because this will put us inside of an instance. Fallout 4 has mods to bring DLSS and FSR. I only see a black screen. Oh no! What the heck? I noticed that. You guys only see a black screen. Oh, dude. It does not like streaming Fallout 76. What's going on here, display? Why aren't you displaying? I do apologize for that, gang. Hopefully that brought it back. This a VATS build? So it's playable. It's definitely doing better. The game seems to have stabilized. That crazy choppiness is gone. See how it's a lot smoother? This is mainly because I think we dropped it down to 900p. Now, you guys should still have the ability to see it at 1080 because I have my settings set in OBS that no matter what I'm streaming at, it's going to come through at a minimum of 1080p. So it's upscaled from the 900p. But it's definitely looking a lot better. We're at 60 FPS. And the thing is some areas are just really bad in 76. Like, I'll give you an example. Going to this area, this new part of the map, this entire area, Burning Springs, runs at like 30 FPS. I don't know why that is. But here, down in the ash heap, down in like areas that have been part of the game forever, it runs fine. The same thing happens in Skyline Valley. It's like, I don't know if these new opened map zones just have like really bad optimization or what, but the frame rates suck down there in these new zones. GG! Thank you so much, Ontogeny, for the $20 super chat for all that I have learned. Well, hopefully this is I'm just doing this to show you guys the capabilities of these devices, because they've been on the market now for a couple of years and they're all the rave right now in gaming, because it's an easy way to get into PC gaming. And look, this actually looks really nice in here. We have really clean, high refresh. You can tell by how smooth that time curve or whatever it's called, frame timeline looks. It's nice and flat in here. And that means we're getting consistent, smooth FPS in here. So if you were to just like be on battery power and wanted to farm the raids or ENO6, absolutely going to be smooth sailing. You're not going to have any trouble doing that in here. Another game that plays exceptionally well that I'm not going to be testing today because I don't actually have it installed. I had it installed on my white Ally and it played really well on that one. So I imagine it would play just as good, if not better, on this one. But it's Warframe. Warframe is a very well optimized game. It was capping out the 120 FPS or hertz of the white Ally. So if it can do that on the white Ally, it can absolutely do it on this one. But yeah, there's a lot of games that perform well on this. 76 is kind of iffy. Let's go to another spot. Let's go here. There's players here. I have noticed when I'm around other players, it drops in FPS. What's going on? Oh, hang on. Let me change build. That'll solve the problem. It's because I'm not. I can't get on that PA build. I'm not set up for it. I was gonna do a single stage Yano 6, but I just realized I'd have to like fully rework the build because I'm running active mods and stuff like that. So not today. So yeah, instances like this, no surprise, it works really well, 60 FPS. But let's go back outside. Let's go to, I don't know, maybe here. Let's go fight something. Howdy, Sickleman76. How are you? We're also not on battery power. We're actually plugged in right now, so that's kind of giving it an unfair advantage because we played GTA5 on battery. Okay, so out here, as you can see, we're at like 40 FPS, 45, 48 FPS, and this is about my average experience across the entirety of the map. There's only some areas that, like the new areas, that drop to around 30, 35 FPS. But because it's as smooth and consistent, even if it's low, like even if it's 40 FPS, because it's smooth, it actually looks like, it still looks really buttery to me, even though it's like 30 and 40 FPS. And that's because if you look at the frame time graph, that line is pretty, was flat. Now it kind of like jumped up to being all like jacked up. But when it's flat like that, like it just means that you're getting a smooth, consistent FPS, which will lead to a nice, smooth thingy. Okay. I can't target it anymore. There we go. That shell is tanky. Dude, come out of the water! Alright, I'm just missing a lot of shots because it's like crippled in the water. And I'm not getting a good angle. Yeah, C0. Okay, never mind. We'll just leave it. Let's go to a new zone and fight some Deathclaws then. We're going to see the FPS drop here. Because poorly optimized update is why. The neat thing is I'm actually playing on mouse and keyboard. Which is a first! I don't really do that. GG! See, I'm not bad. I'm not bad at mouse and keyboard. I was using VATS criticals. I used H to heal. I know what's up. I know how to play the game. But even at 900p, it's still looking pretty good. I mean, I'm looking at my 1080p laptop screen, watching the stream, and it looks 1080 to me because it's being upscaled to it. And yeah, if you look at the Steam Deck, even the OLED version of the Steam Deck, it only comes with a 900p screen. So you kind of don't have a choice with the Steam Deck. So dropping it down to 900p isn't really a bad thing at all, considering the next leading handheld, that's the max resolution for it. And the fact that this game, or this handheld, can play other games at that full 1080p is nice. I mean, it is clearer, so. And we're getting 40 FPS here, which is better than I was expecting, so. Neat. But I am plugged in, so there's that. I'm going to unplug and we're going to watch the frame rate drop. I also only have 8 gigs of VRAM assigned to the graphics card right now. I'm not sure if giving it more would help. I don't think it would though because it's only using 4.9. But I can give it all the way up to 16. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. What the heck's going on? Alright, so on battery power, I need to put my controller back on. Okay, there we go. So we're on battery, and let's see. Oh yeah, so on battery, unfortunately, that's right, I lose the ability to see the frames. So we can't see what frame rate we have, but it still looks smooth to me. I'm going to say this is probably around 30, 40 FPS. It's smooth enough to play. You know what I mean? If you're stuck, if you're hanging out, waiting for your boyfriend to come out of work or something, and you're going to play Fallout 76 on battery power, it can definitely do it. It's still an enjoyable experience. The heck was that? This thing's even powerful enough to edit small videos, small 1080p videos. It has Windows Microsoft Clipchamp, which is a video editing software that's free to use. It's very easy to use. It's very good for beginners who want to get into video editing. That's how I started. It's actually still the program I mainly use for my edits. So it's really good. And if you have the premium version of the software, you can actually file share between all your PCs, so you can pick up from where you left off on a project without having to transfer any files manually. So that's nice. I can like start a project on my desktop, and if I'm not feeling well, I can grab my laptop and keep going with it on my bed. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not going to say that Fallout 76 is playing particularly great, but it's playable. It's not the smoothest experience, but it's playable. And it works well. Like we saw in the raids, it works really well there, which is mainly what I do when I get on. I farm the raids. So I'm okay with that. And mostly across the map it runs well. But yeah, like some areas it gets pretty choppy. I think it's just mainly optimization. So now what we're going to do is we are going to try Fallout 76 again. GG! Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. George Lurio. Thank you. I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much. Now we're going to look at playing the game on cloud. Because if you play the game off cloud, you actually triple your battery life. Like, it's that drastic. I went from getting only 1 hour of playtime on the White Ally to 3 hours of playtime. And this one already has double the battery life, so it's probably going to be like around 5 hours. Now, obviously, I'm not going to play for 5 hours. I play on a Legion Go original when I travel. It's always plugged in though. You do get better FPS on like every device plugged in, so I totally don't blame you for doing that. I mean, if you can do it, then you should do it. Like if you can be plugged in, you absolutely should. You just get more performance, so I feel that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at playing on cloud, because when you play on cloud, you don't use the hardware that's built in, like the GPU and stuff like that, to process the graphics, or the CPU. The system is basically idle playing on cloud, so you get a lot more battery life out of it. So let's do that. Let's go play cloud. Here, I think. Bang. Play with cloud. Yeah, I just started. And while we wait for that to start up, I'm going to destroy some Pop-Tarts. Thank you so much for the support, gang. It's nice. Wouldn't be able to do all this without your generosity and support over the years. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it can kind of take a while sometimes to start up cloud gaming. That's the only bummer. It's flippin' cool, though, that I can stream on the go. Opening crinkly packaging isn't safe around my dog. Man can hear me opening a Pop-Tart from down the street. That's hilarious. Yeah, dogs are like that. They really, we underestimate how much they pay attention to like sounds and what that's attributed to, and stuff like, they're very sensitive to your mood and stuff like that. And yeah, they can tell. My dog can tell when I'm gonna like give her a treat. Like I can't even walk towards the treat room. She knows the sound I make when I'm walking towards the treat room, and she'll like come. And the treat room is really just the laundry room. It's not a room full of treats, don't worry. She's not that spoiled. Oh dear, it looks like cloud gaming is kind of being a bummer. It's taking forever to launch. I guess we'll just wait. We'll just have to wait it out. It actually surprisingly also plays Cyberpunk really well, which we are going to be testing, but I've never streamed Cyberpunk with it, so I don't know how that's going to perform. I don't know if I'm going to have to put it in 900p to stream, like I had to do with Fallout. Like with Fallout, I don't have to do that when I'm not streaming. I think what's going on is at native 1080p is just too much. So knocking it down to 900p really helped with Fallout 76. But we'll see what happens with Cyberpunk. If we can start cloud gaming at some point, that would be cool. Let's try again. You can also stream from your Xbox to a device that has the Xbox app installed, which is pretty neat. We're going to wait and see if it connects. It doesn't usually take this long, so I don't think it's going to work. Sometimes cloud gaming is just busted. It just doesn't work. That's the unfortunate thing with cloud gaming. Okay, well, that's a bummer. I was really hoping to test that. Okay. So, where is my mouse and why isn't it connected? Oh, that's why. I need to reconnect to my dock to connect my mouse because I'm not connected by Bluetooth, so we'll do that. Because I want to be able to use my pointer to show you guys this little icon right here, consoles. If you install the Xbox app on your phone, you can actually turn on your Xbox and control it from this little icon on your phone. And it's the same thing if you were to use it with an ally. Basically what this does is when you click it, you can see that you have your Xbox on your network. I mean, if you have it set up, you have also my console list. So if you have multiple consoles in your house, you can pick which one you want to connect to and control. And when you click on this, like it'll do the same cloud thingy, but we can't connect your control to your console right now because my console is physically unplugged. It's not even able to turn on right now, so that's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that you do have the option to cloud play even if you don't have a cloud play device. You can use your phone and you can use the consoles option. And I just have the basic, the essential. So you don't have to have like an ultimate or something like that to access these features. It's part of the base as well. So if you want to play your Xbox on your phone, you totally can. That's how I used to do it. And then you can just connect a Bluetooth controller like an Xbox Series controller or Elite controller to your phone because it's Bluetooth and control the game that way. It's pretty neat. Well, I guess since it's not gonna cooperate, we're gonna open up Steam and we're going to do a final test here. We're going to test Cyberpunk. This is the big one. This is a heavy game to play. And for this, actually, we're going to start in 1080p. Maybe not. It's already running. Or it's not running. Okay, we're gonna go to 1080 then. And when that happens, I have to adjust this. So display, because the display gets bigger. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see what the settings are at. Graphics. We're on low settings. Low, medium. We have frame generation. Looks like we have it on. 3.1. FSR 2.1 image sharpening. Super resolution will go to balanced. And we're going to start by running a benchmark. That's what's nice about this game. You actually can just run a test. You don't have to like get in it and run around. It will do a benchmarking test so that it'll just tell you what your average frame rate is playing the game. Because I noticed that with this game, I also lose the ability to view my FPS from the system information bar at the top of the screen. It says FPS not available, but then in-game using the benchmark software, we can see that I'm getting 64 FPS. And we're at 1080p, streaming Cyberpunk from a handheld. Actually, bananas. How is this versus your PlayStation Portable? So the PlayStation Portal is a bit different. Mainly because the type of device that it is a different device. They look the same, they're both handhelds, but they don't operate the same. Now, don't get me wrong, they both have their pros and cons. Mainly, the PlayStation Portal is a lot cheaper. It's $270 brand new, Canadian. So that's going to be even less in American money. And so, I mean, it's way ahead in the price department. But it's not at all the same device. It's not a PC. It doesn't have the hardware that this device has. It can't stream from it, but it can stream. Like I have used the PS Portal to stream and do a live stream with the PlayStation Portal, but how I was doing that was using a capture card in between my desktop and PlayStation and using the PlayStation Portal as a controller, because that's all it really is. It's a controller with a screen slapped in the middle that can do cloud play. Basically, it's a cell phone with a fancy controller attached to it. And that's all it'll ever be. It can do cloud play, but that's it You won't be able to launch a stream and go walking around, you know what I mean? Like you can with the ROG Ally. But it's still a very good device. In fact, it's better in some cases when it comes to watching movies on it. If you want to do that, watching YouTube videos on it, it has a bigger screen than the Ally. It's a lot bigger, actually. And yeah, because it's using the PS5 to power it, it's always 60 FPS all the time on Dogeny. Like basically with any game. It doesn't have that issue where I was playing Fallout 76 and I would sometimes have 40 FPS and stuff like that. It doesn't have that issue because the PS5 has plenty of power and it can play Fallout 76 at 60 FPS no problem. So games like that, it's actually pretty surprising how competitive it is to the Ally too, because when you think about it, the other day I was using the PlayStation Portal in the car. My mom was driving and we had 65 FPS there for average frame rate. So let's see what it looks like playing the game. But my mom was driving the car and I was on the PlayStation Portal. We were going 90 kilometers an hour. And I was still able to cloud connect to my PlayStation, turn it on, and play 76. And I farmed EN06 while going 90 kilometers an hour. So that's cool. That's really neat. It's impressive because the signal is able to keep up with it. You're receiving a signal. But I had my mom speed up and stuff to see like if we could break the signal, and at 120 kilometers an hour, which is only 10 kilometers an hour over the speed limit, it broke the signal and we lost connection. But at 90 kilometers an hour, I was able to get a solid playable experience. So it's definitely a competitive device. I highly recommend a PlayStation Portal because, yeah, it frees up your TV. Other people can use the TV if they need to in your house. You can just lay in bed and get cozy and snuggle up with your device and play all of your favorite games. It plays them all as good and at the same quality as you're used to on your PlayStation. It's a solid device. I love mine. All right. I'm not sure if this is 65 FPS, but yeah, it probably is. It said we were getting an average of 65, so let's get on a bike. This is my character. This is V. I kind of tried to make her look like Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. And I'm actually wearing an outfit from the quest, but usually my main outfit is this. I tried to make it look like what she wears in Edgerunners. I'm flooring it and that car's pulling away from me. That's so sad. Why is my bike so underpowered? It looks fast. It should be fast. Oh dear. Okay, let's try a faster car. Let's try that. I mean, the experience though is very good. It's playable. It's not super good. Like, it's definitely not 60 FPS. It's like hovering right under it, it feels, because 60 FPS feels like butter. This isn't butter. This is right under butter. Maybe because there's people and cars and stuff like that, and when we run the benchmark, there isn't as much people. There definitely isn't like cars and stuff like that, so I don't know. But the benchmark said we get an average of 65 FPS, so I'll believe it, I guess. Doesn't feel like it. Let's try a faster car. The Mercmobile is my fastest car. Now I have to make a choice. Okay, wait, I need to read the first comment. I've been thinking of getting a PlayStation Portable. A bunch of people were complaining about the connectivity issue, so I was on the fence after what you said. Now I have to make a choice to get another PS5 since PS4 is almost out the door, or a PlayStation Portable. So the way it works is the PlayStation, you have to have, for some titles, not all titles, but yeah, Fallout 76 is one of those titles. It's not on the cloud on PlayStation, so if you just buy a PlayStation Portal, you can't play Fallout 76. You need to own a PS5 to have access to all of the games to play on your Portal. Portal does have access to cloud and like the, what's it called, the subscription, the ultimate subscription or whatever it is, PlayStation Plus. So you have access to whatever games are on there, on that library, without a PlayStation 5. Meaning you can get into playing PS5 quality games and PS5 games without dropping $500-$600 on a PS5. You can just buy the PS Portal and play PS5 games. But Fallout 76 won't be on that list. So that's where you're kind of stuck. And if you absolutely want to play 76, you'll need a PS5, which is very sad and expensive for just that one game. And that disconnect issue that you're reading about is definitely a problem, and I've experienced it a bunch of times. It's luckily easily fixed. All you have to do is shut down the device completely, the PlayStation Portal, and turn it back on. Another fix too, if you don't want to do all that, is to turn on airplane mode on the device and then turn off airplane mode, and it forces it to reconnect to, or refind that connection to the modem or the internet thingy and reestablish connection. Like, I've always been able to get around it or fix it within a matter of a few minutes, so it's not really the biggest issue. And it doesn't happen super often. Like, it's not something that happens every time I'm playing. It's like maybe once a week that I deal with that. You do kind of need to have a pretty powerful internet signal, though. There is that. But I think most Wi-Fi signals will be fine. It's just, in my case, the Wi-Fi router is all the way in the basement, and I'm on the second floor of the house. So I'm pretty high up, I guess, or pretty far away from the Wi-Fi router. And what I noticed is I have a case for my PlayStation Portal. I have like a silicone case, and it's kind of thick. And when I put on the silicone case and I'm upstairs, I get frequent disconnects. It'll say trying to reconnect. And so unfortunately, when I'm all the way upstairs, I have to not use my case with my PlayStation Portal. A better device? Honestly, yeah, just use your phone. Your phone's the same deal. With the PlayStation app, you can cloud play games. If you already have a PlayStation, you can cloud play and stuff like that with your phone. But you were saying you have to buy another PS5 since PS4 is almost out the door. I don't understand what you mean by that, but I'm thinking you mean you have to buy a new PS5 since the new ones are almost out the door, like PS6. Because I think PS6 is actually dropping in 2027. So we still got a couple years of PS5. But it was announced recently. Somewhere. I remember reading it somewhere. PS6 in 2027. So yeah, definitely playable. Definitely not the same quality or experience as my desktop PC. Because my desktop PC has a much more powerful setup and graphics card. But it's playable and it's enjoyable. I've been putting a lot of time into my Xbox Ally or ROG Ally. This isn't the Xbox version. It's actually just the Ally version. But if you're a PlayStation user, the Portal is going to be the best option for you. But like I said, for the best experience, you'll want to have a PlayStation 5 too, to go with it, to make sure that you have the full library available to you of games that you want to play. They are discontinuing support for the PS4 this year. I have 2 accounts. Oh, okay, I got you. Absolutely hate the load times for anything with the PS4. I think you're going to like PS5. You should definitely get into PS5. Get into a PS5, getting one, before getting the Portal. Get the Portal after. That's what I would do. Just make sure that you get your console upgrade first. And if you want to wait another couple of years, I'm sure we'll see the release of the PS6. And then the problem, though, is PlayStation has a tendency of always being the most expensive console when it comes out. So there's that. But yeah, I would try and either get a secondhand PS5 or a brand new on sale, Black Friday or something. You don't want to pay full price right now. I mean, even that system is on its way out, basically, because they're going to come out with a new PlayStation in the next couple of years. And hopefully it can play GTA 6. That's a joke. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it'll be able to play GTA 6. Have you guys seen the freaking recommended specs, though? The minimum recommended specs? It's like RTX 3060 or something like that, which isn't a very old graphics card. Came out in like 2022 or something like that. That's crazy. But I'm really surprised, honestly. I thought, I didn't think the Ally X was going to do so well with GTA5 Online. But obviously having that DLSS helps a lot. But even running it native at 1080p, it plays GTA 5 at 60 FPS natively, which is nice. I unfortunately have to mow the grass in order for that to happen. And by what I mean by that is by turning the graphics settings so low that I lose all texture detail for the grass. But it's a nice experience. It's a smooth, playable, portable experience. The fact, though, that I can stream off this thing from the palm of my hands, I could be walking outside and launch a stream. I could be on the beach and slam ENO 6. Let's try a different car. I have a new car. It's one of my favorite cars. What the flip? This one. It has like 700 horsepowers. So it's a quick machine. You can definitely notice that the frame rates drop though when I start going at a higher speed. What's going on here? Oh, this is... I have a PS5. I didn't start using my PS4 till this year for Fallout 76. It's like night and day. Oh yeah, it's definitely... That's because the PS4 is limited to 30 FPS and the PS5 can play the game up to 60 FPS. So it's a big difference. I would definitely... If you already have a PS5, then the handheld I'd recommend for you is definitely the PlayStation Portal. It's really fun. It comes in 3 colors: gray, white, and black. The gray is like an anniversary edition. Find a way to get rid of the voodoo boys. Can I not just kill them? What the heck? I don't have my mono wire. And I can't activate any... It must be because of the quest. I can't activate any quick hacks. I can't even choose a different gun. So we're just gonna go with headshots. Headshots work. What are your thoughts on VR? I don't have a VR headset. I've always wanted one, but I'm actually afraid of them. And the reason is a lot more simple than you would think. It's not because of AI or anything like that that I'm afraid of them. It's mainly because I'm afraid to fall. I'm really afraid of that. I'm afraid to walk into stuff and fall because I have brittle bones disease and my bones are actually really super thin right now. They're like paper thin. Basically, when you look inside my bone, it's just hollow. And the walls of my bones are what's actually supporting my body. And basically, with VR headsets, they limit your vision and it's basically dangerous. Like, I've definitely wanted one and I do want one. I'd love to experience it, but I'm afraid of falling. You know, that's why I haven't bought one. Because if I fall, it can be the last day that I walk. So I wish I could. I really wish I could. It looks fun. But for my safety, I can't. I have a message. Even that is dangerous ontogeny, and I do that. That's the difficult thing. Like, sometimes I'm playing and I just can't help it. I'm doing something and I need to go downstairs to get water or something or food. And I'm playing the ROG Ally while walking downstairs. So not smart. So I know I would definitely do it with the VR headset too. Only that blocks out all of your vision. Who knows, maybe someday I can build like a fully padded room and then try VR. That's like the only way I'd be able to. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. That's right. The legends are true. Or getting coffee while playing, yep. I do be doing that. I want to check something here. Let's go to settings. I just noticed Finn said that there's AMD FSR 3.1 and 4.0. But I don't think I can access them. I think it might be limited to the hardware. I think I do have 3.1, but not super resolution. Just 2.1 and 3.0. I should definitely be using 3.0 then. We'll try quality, but honestly, I think balanced is where it needs to be. Because this game is heavy. Well, let's try quality. Okay, I can't click anything. Definitely more choppy. It's more choppy in quality, so I need to go to balanced. Neat. Did a quest. Thank you, Ontogeny. Thank you for the $20 super chat. She says, this is for you not getting into VR. That's so funny. Congratulations for not trying VR. Yep, I absolutely can't try it or I'll end up in the ER. So there's that. Or like I said, we try and build a bubble wrap room or something, or bubble wrap me, and then I can try VR. But yeah. Thank you so much, Ontogeny. Hey. I'm also going to be back on... I'm going to be playing Fallout 76 on Xbox tonight. So, if you play Fallout 76 and you play on Xbox, check out the stream later. I'll be doing bounty hunts with viewers again with the Orange Cowboy. Still has a bunch of bounties to get through, so we're gonna farm them. If you play on Xbox, join up. I keep trying to turn on my Pip-Boy light. I don't have a Pip-Boy. This is playable, though. I wouldn't say it's the greatest experience, but it's playable. Especially if you're going to be, like, driving or you know, driving or flying a plane. And you're just bored of that. You can whip this out. You know. Or if you're at work and you're bored of working, you can pull this out. This car doesn't have headlights, but it's okay. I don't need them. See? Who needs headlights? I don't even need a road. Exactly where I needed to go. Oh, so you do have headlights? Funny car. Turns on the headlights after I crash. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to try to do, to cloud play Fallout 76 again. One more time. I have noticed that it's definitely a lot better now with AMD FSR 3.1. Like, it's a lot cleaner. It's not so choppy and blurry. Another game I started playing is this game, Guilty Gear Strive. It's pretty fun. It's a fighting game. It's sort of like Mortal Kombat. It's a 2D fighting game. I got a bunch of games recently, actually, that I haven't installed. Because I bought some bundle that was on sale for Grand Theft Auto. I got a bunch of them. I got Grand Theft Auto Legacy, Grand Theft Auto Enhanced, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. I also got Bully, Vice City, LA Noire, Red Dead Redemption. So I got a bunch of games to check out. This is exciting. Well, what's going on? It's taking forever. Alright, well, let's see. Hopefully it starts. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's whatever. If it doesn't, I guess we'll check out Guilty Gear Strive as a bonus, and that'll be it. Although it doesn't take much to run that game. Like, it's not a very difficult game to run. But it's a fun game. I want to show it to you guys. It actually makes me want to get a fight stick. It's so fun. Because I just button mash anyways on my controller. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I know there's a bunch of combos that you can learn and stuff like that, but I'm just not there yet. I'm just button mashing and praying. Sometimes I come out victorious, but most of the time I lose. Most of the time. But you can get like a controller that has a stick on it. It's called a fight stick. And some buttons. I kind of want to do that. I want to go all in. Get really sweaty. I don't understand why it takes so long right now. It usually doesn't. Alright, well. Maybe I just don't have enough patience. It ain't gonna work. I know it's not gonna work because when I use cloud gaming, it usually just launches right away. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to restart this thing, or maybe it just doesn't like being on stream. I don't know. With the cloud gaming, but maybe you can't live stream cloud play. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's try something else. Whoa. Okay. Well, we made it. We're in. We're in the game. Wonderful. Alright, so... What's this? What's collection? Replay. Oh, neat. I can watch all my matches that I had with people. Cool. Guess we'll watch one. So I'm Lucy, if that wasn't completely obvious. You can actually see the moves we're doing by the button thingy on the bottom of the screen. And that's actually what a fight stick looks like. I'm absolutely destroying her and I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I'm genuinely just button mashing. That was a really strong counter though. Neat. I remember this fight. Oh my god! She like wiped out most of my health in one hit. Oh, that's so funny. What is the first game you ever played, if you recall? I actually do remember what it was. It was Donkey Kong 64. That was the very first game that my eyeballs played and that I had my hands-on controller in my hand. Donkey Kong 64. Such a goated game. Okay, I mean, let's go to a ranked match. What the heck? I literally just bought this game because I can be a Lucy in the game. And it's cool too because her attacks, her combos and stuff, they're all attacks from the actual game. Like you can do, like you probably saw I did some quick hacks, stuff like that. It's pretty neat. Okay, there's no one on this level. Okay, there's... So I'm here. This is the level that I'm on. And this is a ranking system where if you go up, like if I'm ranked here, I can't go down. Unable to enter this floor because I'm ranked here. But I can go up. I can go fight people that are technically better than me. So let's go up here, all the way up here. There's 5 people. We should be able to find someone to fight. And this is PvP, player versus player. Let's go. So what you want to do is you want to stand on one of these things. Failed to match with opponent. Oh, weird. Failed to match. Failed to match? What's going on? Currently initializing match. Okay, alright. Level 38, I'm level 26. I'm probably gonna get slammed, to be honest. I'm not very good at this. Oh, she's wearing... No way! She's wearing... Oh no, what's going on? Connecting with the opponent. I'm not even able to get any shots in. It's like I'm just freaking lagging or something. Dude, what the heck? They're a straight beast. What the heck? That gun is 10 feet long. I got wrecked. It kind of looks like she's wearing, Oh, dude. Oh my god. I got destroyed. Okay, bro. You're a sweat. I get it. I'm out. But yeah, so you get it. You just come here and it's pretty cute. You have a little 8-bit character that you can customize. So I made mine look like Lucy. So I bought the game just to play Lucy, and I bought the Lucy DLC. So you get a little Lucy 8-bit character. But yeah, obviously I came up like way too many ranks, so that guy just destroyed me. I should go back to my place. There's one person here. This is technically my floor. I don't see anyone. Oh, there they are. Well, they left. No, they didn't. Looks like they're AFK. The heck, dude? Yeah, they're AFK. Dude. They left. They went to a different match poll. Why? I'm lower level than them. Why would they back out? They just don't want to fight Lucy. They're like, oh no, she's OP. They backed out again! Okay. There's like no one else here though. That's some loser stuff, to be honest. Okay. I'll go fight some real people. Some real, fighters. What a weirdo. Lucy isn't even OP. She actually has less HP than most characters. She has some powerful attacks, but they're like locked behind combos that you have to do. And I'm not very good at that, so. But she doesn't have very good HP. See, they're dueling it out right now. You can actually see their HP bars. So you can tell who's winning. GG, Ontogeny. Have fun running errands. Be safe out there. Drink some water. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this stream. And thank you for your donations on stream too. Means a lot. Thank you for the support. Alright, I'll get my shit rocked one more time and then that'll probably be it. Level 71? Yeah, okay. I don't have a chance. Oh, dude, of course. Oh no, he did a special attack! They always do that when they're about to lose. Bro, I almost had you and you're level 71. Come on, like, what the heck? You're getting rocked. I'd be embarrassed. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I'm genuinely just button mashing. I got wrecked. Okay. I almost had him, though! I don't want a rematch. Oh, what's with this stupid butterfly thing, dude? Okay, well, he just spammed the same attack that time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm genuinely just mashing buttons. Wrecked. Wrecked again! Okay, well, GG. You're level 71, so I don't know. I would get better if I was you. I almost had him. But yeah, I genuinely don't know what I'm doing, so. That's going to be it for today, though, gang. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed it. It was fun trying all these games live here. And, yeah. Check out the stream later tonight. I'll be playing on Xbox. I'll be playing Fallout 76. Doing bounties with viewers. So if you need to get the new mods and you haven't yet and you're having to run bounties, we'll be running lots of them. Check it out later tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Miss Glass. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. GG! Oh.